Hey everyone, it is day 5 of the career challenge. Actually, I think yesterday was supposed to be day 5, but I decided to let you guys catch up a bit with the days. So we're gonna do day 5 today, but first of all, let me know if you're there and let me know if you've done the other days of the career challenge. If you have, please let me know. Please celebrate that, the fact that you've come this far, that you've done all 4 days. And if not, that's okay. After this video, just scroll down and make sure you catch up on the rest of those days. So I want to personally congratulate Jalise because she has done all 4 days so far and gave some really, really great insights as to finding her mission, figuring out I think she just got a lot of really interesting breakthroughs. So if you guys want to have similar results, make sure you scroll down, you join the other career challenges, you really, think about them as you're going along, and then you add your comments. Hi Paris, how's it going? I see you. All right guys, let me know if you're there so that I can actually talk to you. Let me know what your questions are. And today we're on the last day of the challenge. And what I'm going to be challenging you to do today is to take some actions to shortcut your way to the top. So one thing I see a lot when it comes to, career shortcuts is people going, oh, I don't need shortcuts. Maybe it'll just take me a long time and that's okay. And I'm not sure, I don't quite get it. I know I want to get to the top as fast as I possibly can. Like I want to hit my goals as fast as I can. Hey Misha, how's it going? So, if you're the kind of person who feels like, oh, I don't mind taking my time with my goals, I'm really curious, and I think you should get curious as well as to why are you giving yourself so much time? What is that? Because a lot of times there's a kind of block there where it's like, oh, now is not the right time. I'll get to that, right? And then what I see is that those are the people who never actually get to their goals. So the people who have a sense of urgency about their careers, about what it is they want to do, I'm not saying they're stressed out about it all the time. I know a lot of people are afraid of burnout as well, and that's another fear that keeps biggest shortcuts is actually to stop trying to reach your goals alone. I don't know why this is. I think it's been ingrained in a lot of us since we were young, ingrained in our cultural upbringing, ingrained in society. Maybe it's what we were taught by our parents, our teachers, but there's kind of a prevailing culture for a lot of people that we're all supposed to be really independent and self-made, and we should not reach out for help, and anything you accomplish should be by yourself, otherwise it's like it doesn't count, right? You always see people going, oh yeah, well, that person got that job because they knew so-and-so, or they got help, or their parents do this or that, and it's like, oh, that doesn't count. But at the end of the day, there is no such thing as making any kind of career progress happen all alone. I'm not saying people don't do great things all by themselves, but no matter what, we are dependent on each other. None of us live in isolation. And if you're doing anything all by yourself, then you're also not making an impact on anyone, right? So one of the biggest shortcuts is actually to, instead of going, oh, maybe I'll do this on my own, and then if it really doesn't work out, then I'll try to get help, is to actually get excited about getting help. And the crazy thing is that so many people tell me, Dahlia, I don't know what I want to do, I just know I want to help people. I just want to help people. Everyone tells me I want to help people, but that same person will say, but I don't want anyone to help me. And it's actually crazy because if you don't want anyone to help you, how do you expect to be able to help other people? Like, you need to be able to receive the thing that you want to give. And you also need to be at a certain level to be able to help other people, right? I mean, we can all start helping from where we are right now, and we should, but your impact helping people where you are right now is not going to be nearly as incredible as when you've reached your next goals and you've up-leveled and you have more money and you have more reach and you have more recognition and more respect. Like, imagine how many more people you could help then, and imagine at what level, right? You can just help people at a much higher level. So this whole weird complex that so many of us have about doing things on our own and not getting help, it doesn't make sense. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up. I'm not sure who sent that, but let me know. Let me know if you feel like you're more comfortable giving help versus getting help. I think it's an interesting question to ask. And there's some kids playing in the background. You guys can probably hear them going crazy. But yeah. One of the best kept secrets of some of the most successful people is that they all had like really, really high level help. So they all had mentors, they all had coaches, they all had a really great network. So if you think about Steve Jobs, Oprah, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, who else? Even Mother Teresa, they all had mentors, they all had people they were enlisting the help of. So it's really, really important to start getting help, because otherwise what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself reinventing the wheel. And that's something I see all the time, where people are like, well, I'm just doing what I know how to do and it doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere, but I guess I'll just keep on going. And the reason is that they haven't gotten help from someone who has already done the thing that they want to do. And they could just tell them, you know what, here's what you're doing wrong, here's what you need to fix, and then you will get the same outcome as me, right? So the best thing you can possibly do is to actually drop your ego. I would even argue it's good for the ego to get help, because you get to start achieving your goals, and the ego likes that, right? So, you know, this whole thing of, oh no, I shouldn't get help and I should just do things on my own, it doesn't make any sense. The most successful people are the ones with the most help, with the best networks, with the best connections, who are giving and also receiving. And it's just that amazing like spider web of connection and help. And the more you can see your career like that, and the people in your life like that, as people who are there to help you and you're there to help them, the more and more of that momentum you're gonna get in terms of your goals, in terms of your career. Hey Ryan, how's it going? I never know if I should interrupt myself and say hi to you guys, but I can't help myself sometimes. Hey Greg, thank you for the heart. So yeah, let me know, like, do you have this complex about asking for help? When was the best time that you asked for help, and what was the outcome? What happened when you sort of went, you know what, I should just get help with this? What was the outcome of that? So I would say for me, like, I had some progress that I thought was pretty okay in the beginning of my career. I won't say without help, because like I said before, there's no such thing, right? Someone had to hire me. Yes, maybe some people would say I got those jobs on my own in the beginning, but actually like someone had to believe in me, someone had to hire me, right? Someone had to refer me. There is no such thing as not getting help. But when my career really, really took off, like just as opposed to, you guys are gonna see the careers that just kind of, you know, you might feel like you're going up, but it's like this. Sometimes it goes down, and then you're trying to go up again. But a lot of times it's just, you might have, like, when you start off, sorry, I'm kind of going weird with my hands here. But let's say you start off in your career and, you know, you're struggling, unpaid intern, and finally you get that job. And then you're like going. Some people stay there forever. They just plateau at that entry-level job. They don't move up. Some people fight and fight and fight. Finally, they get that promotion, and then they plateau there, right? Some people are, like I said before, I hope you guys like my hand movements here. Some people, like I said before, are just very slow and steady upwards. Greg says, hey, oh, it's always been a big issue for me, but now I'll ask. Oh, interesting. So what was the point at which you realized, okay, I want to get help? Like, what exactly happened to make that shift? So other people, maybe some of you guys can, sorry, I also have a light that's like going on and off, so it's like a party, strobe lights. Okay, so some people also have that curve where they're like way up, they're like, yeah, my career, it's amazing, I can do anything. And then maybe they lose lose their job and it's like, oh no, and they never get themselves back up. So anyway, the point is that there are all kinds of potential hand movements, or shall I say, there's all kinds of potential ups and downs in this kind of thing. But for me, the biggest thing that made a difference, and I'm sure Greg, you're gonna agree, right? The biggest thing is, Paul says airplane. Yeah, I don't know what's with me today. But the biggest thing in my career, where things were like da, 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 and then it was just like, okay, 10 times, 100 times, you know, getting those like really big, really exciting goals was when I actually enlisted professional help, right? So you can be level 1 where you're like, oh, I'm gonna start asking my friends for help, or I'm gonna be less shy about asking my colleague to help me with something, right? That's like level 1, baby steps if you really, really are terrible at asking for help. And then obviously the higher level is where you start paying big money to have someone really, really help you out at that higher level. Obviously your results are going to vary based on how much help you enlist, right? How much do you actually put into it? So your friend who's like, yeah, I'll help you out, obviously is not going to help you at the same level as a coach, right? Or someone you're paying to really, really give you their full support and whatnot. Hey Amanda, how's it going? Let us know if you enjoy asking for help or if it's something that you struggle with, like a lot of us. So yeah, so basically mentoring is a strategy that helps you to reach your goals in the shortest amount of time. And these days, the really, really great thing is that you guys have access to so many more things than even I had at the beginning of my career. You guys have access to so much, so many people with all of this knowledge, and it is crazy to me how few people are really taking advantage of the knowledge and especially the experience that's out there. Yes, we all have access to Google and we have a bit of an overload of knowledge these days, so knowledge isn't the problem, but I would say not having that first-hand experience is the problem, because even for me, like I've had something like 22 different positions. I've had a lot of jobs. I have a lot of experience in terms of getting jobs and getting the next job and all kinds of different workplace environments and all these different bosses, and I have lots of experience. However, there's still more experience out there that I cannot have because we cannot be everywhere at one time. But the great thing these days is that you can reach those people who do have that experience, who can just show you step by step what to do. And then as opposed to reinventing that wheel, and you could spend your lifetime trying to reinvent a wheel and still not make it, you can just get it right away and then move on to your next goal. So I don't know about you guys, but for me that is a really, really, really exciting thing. And it's something that in the last years I've been taking advantage of, and for me it's just like, it's expanded me. That sounds really wishy-washy, but it's expanded me so much. It's been like, you can turn into a new person because you can take on the experience of all these other people, and you can create like a whole new you, a whole new life for yourself just by using other people's experience and other people's skill set. So I think this is a really great thing, and I think we should all, you know, the interesting thing is a lot of people who don't like to get help are also not great at giving help. And before you guys are like, I give help, I'm volunteering, I'm helping my mom, and I'm doing this and that, it's not helping at that higher level, right? Like I'm saying, the people who are really like these people who are making their impact at that higher level, they're always the people as well who are not afraid to ask for help. Let me just click this here. So yeah, I think that's probably enough of a rant for today, unless you guys have any questions. But the challenge for today is to think about your relationship with health and independence, and if you still have this limiting belief that you should do everything all on your own in your career, and you should not ask for any help. So maybe you're someday, but you feel like you're not ready to get help now. maybe I'll just try this on my own, and if in 5 years I still haven't made it, then I'll get help. Like, why would you waste 5 years of your life when you could make it happen now, you know? Or even if it's a month, like, why would you wait a month? Why? A month is a long time. And talking about shortcuts, the other thing that's crazy to me, and maybe you guys have seen this, but people have really different perceptions of time. So some people are like, oh yeah, I'll get back to you in a week, or yeah, I'll do that report for like a week from now or next month. And then you have the people who are like, yep, I'll get you that report by the end of the day, I'll just make it happen. Because they just have a different perspective on time, and they're a lot more productive, and they really, really see a day as something where they can get a lot done, and they realize that one day can change your life. So if you are if you're someone who really, really has your goals set, and you set your attention on those goals and your focus, every single day you can become a new person. And I've been really lucky this year. I've had some amazing colleagues who they've told me, they're like, every single day I'm a new person. Every day, because of my experiences from the day, because of the work that I do, I'm different. I'm just different. But most people don't live like that. Most people live in a way that, hey, thanks for the hearts. So most people live in a way that they can go years and they're still the same person. Yeah, there's a few changes here and there. Oh, I got a new boss. Oh, I got a promotion or whatever. But they're essentially the same person. And I'm not just talking about the physical things, like, okay, where you live and the country you're in, and, you know, how much money you make, although that's part of it. But they're the same person. Like, essentially things are the same. But you can actually become a different person every single day. And once you start thinking about your life like that, like, okay, how much can I accomplish today? Not in terms of quantity, like those giant to-do lists that we never get done, but in terms of what is the biggest shift I can do today? What is the scariest thing I can do? Maybe it's getting help, right, for a lot of people. What is the biggest thing I could help someone else with today? Like, those kinds of questions are the things that every single day are going to make you feel up-leveled. Not to mention, oh, there's lights. Not to mention getting a position where it's so exciting and you're growing so much in it. Every day you're up-leveling because of the actual work that you're doing. So that is the challenge for today. I want you to let me know below what is your relationship with getting help, and what are you going to do to shift that relationship. So if you have a block about getting help, what are you going to do to shift that block? If you are already getting help, let us know what kind of help are you getting, and how can you up-level that help? Because we all have a comfort zone when it comes to getting help, where, yeah, we'll call our 2 best friends and okay, that's enough help for me. What can you do to up-level that help, to do something that is outside of